Never easy and often questioned.
Alright, we got this, champ. Listen. Huh? You're gonna beat this guy, Max. We got this. You're gonna beat this guy. Listen. Listen. No, we got this, Max. God, stop it. We got this. Hey, breathe. Okay, catch your breath. We're gonna beat this guy. Keep it on your feet. You're gonna clinch. You sure you got this, Max?
Yeah.
We got
I
this.
don't want to be with you.
No, we got this, Max. You're a champion.
I don't have it.
You're a champion. Stop it.
I don't have it.
Stop it. You're a fucking champion. You're a champion.
You want to fight him out? It's all the time. Hey, come here. You want to continue the fight? Okay, that's it.
Throwing in the towel in the fight game is when a trainer decides that the fight is over.
Oh, he's ready to go. This must be stopped.
Your fighter's not reacting to the punches that are being thrown at him. He's not firing back.
Technically in MMA, throwing the towel, they say in the rule set, is illegal. I can't throw the towel. I gotta grab a commissioner who sometimes is not within ear range to go and stop a fight. Or I gotta get on the apron and get disqualified to then stop a fight.
Hey, if you don't show me nothing, I'm stopping it, man. I don't want to get you hurt.
I've lost relationships over stopping fights. I have not been paid over stopping fights. It's a hard decision to make.
You walk into a gym when you're a kid and you find out that you are in fact a fighter. That means you're wired differently than most other people. The physical gifts that you have will sustain you. Maybe they'll make you rich and famous. At some point, the gift becomes what makes you vulnerable. And the only person who can save you from your gift/vulnerability is the guy in your corner.
Come on, Chief, second.
All right.
I stopped the fight.
All right.
I don't want anyone to ever throw in the towel because I feel like I always have some kind of fight left in me.
Well, keep the ball up.
Yeah, breathe. Hey, listen, breathe.
The good coaches, they know when to throw the towel in. They see that there's something that's just compromised with them.
I can't have you fighting him if you didn't got that hand, right? Hand's broken. Yeah,
That's
he
it.
broke his hand.
So that's the fight.
If a fighter's telling you don't ever stop my fight, you should let that go in one ear and out the other. You're there for the safety of the athlete. You're there for the safety of the industry. No one wants to see someone get hurt in there.
I just know that if I was getting dominated to that effect, I would hope that my coaches would step in there for me. My long-term health is at stake.
This, the third match between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
The Thriller in Manila is probably the most iconic stoppage in boxing history.
Frazier hurt. Frazier badly hurt.
But it's Eddie Futch's responsibility, as it was Angelo Dundee's responsibility in the other corner, to care about their fighters.
I think it's going to be over. It's all over.
The crazy thing is that Ali went back to the corner and told Dundee, "That's it, I'm done, cut these gloves off." Dundee said no. So while he's arguing with Dundee, Eddie Futch called the referee over before Angelo Dundee did. If it waited 10 more seconds, history would have been different.
In boxing, you get knocked down, you get to stand up, and as long as you can be with it and the referee deems that you are able to continue within that count, the event continues. In mixed martial arts, you go down, that guy's following you to the ground and he's trying to finish you, whether choking you out or knocking you unconscious.
The same criticism that coaches get for not stopping a fight is the same praise they get for not stopping the fight when Czech Congo and Pat Barry have their fight, and everyone goes, wow, that was one of the most amazing fights I've ever seen.
Big right hand! Pat Barry looking to finish! It's over!
Chicago! He's in big trouble, though. Barry looking to finish. He's taking the run! Barry's out! It's all over! Chicago has knocked out Pat Barry! That is one of the craziest stoppages I have ever seen!
A big example that a lot of people like to point to when they're talking about this topic is Raquel Pennington versus Amanda Nunes.
She told her corner she was done. Yep, I want to be done. Those were her exact words. I'm done.
So prior to that title fight for Raquel Pennington, she had actually broken her leg on a four-wheeling accident.
Yes,
Every time when she kicked, I ended up falling. My coach looked at me, he looked in my eyes, and in that moment, he felt like there was still something left in me. I didn't want to give up, but the frustrations were overcoming everything, along with the pain that I felt going through my leg.
Her face is absolutely drenched. This fight is over. Let's stop this thing here. Pennington covering up. Amanda Nunes gets the finish. Nunes defends in Rio.
My coaches caught a lot of backlash. They were getting threats. They were getting threats to their family. It was just completely unnecessary. This is something that we sign up for, and we're taking the risks.
Perhaps her corner, with hindsight, would have gotten their fighter out of harm's way at the end of round 4.
I believe every trainer should know their fighter, and you can see in certain situations, my guys don't have it. That's when you got to say, okay, I can't be brave with his life. Unfortunately, I had a bad situation with Max Dadashev. Okay, I'm going to stop the fight. Max, I'm going to stop it. Max, you're getting hit too much. You're getting hit too much, Max. A couple of rounds before the incident, Max said to me that the guy's punches hurt. So now I'm thinking about, okay, the punches hurt, but go out the next round. And I see the guy now really putting on his foot on the gas.
Oh, another big shot comes in.
He hurt. I knew he wasn't right. He wasn't himself. Look at me. Please. Please. You're getting hit too much, Max. If I know they're going to do it. That's it. That's it. When I stopped, I was scared. And when he got out the ring, he had to walk to the stretcher. But as soon as he got out the ring, he started throwing up. And one doctor said to me, buddy, that's not a good sign.
Buddy's still playing for another day, and he's doing the right thing. And despite doing the right thing in every way, it still turned out wrong.
Tragic news, boxer Maxim Dadashev has died from injuries suffered during Friday's fight in the Washington, D.C. area.
Fighters don't necessarily need to be protected from the other fighter, but real fighters need to be protected from themselves. And that's where the corner comes in, because a lot of guys are cursed with courage.
Wilder, Fury 2, here we go.
Wilder fought Fury the second time. After the second round, I said to my wife, this fight's over.
Fury scores the knockdown.
Tyson Fury did everything he said, and he wound up bullying Wilder.
In a fight, guys will get compromised, and that doesn't mean you stop the fight right away. I mean, that's part of the beauty of boxing, mixed martial arts, and sports in general, is that you persevere, you gut through it, you bite down on your mouthpiece.
Yes, the fight is over. Tyson Fury, the champion. This was Deontay Wilder's reaction, saying, "Why did you do that?" to Mark Greenland.
My side, threw in the towel, and I'm ready to go out on my shield, man. I'm a warrior.
I have nothing but praise for Breland, because for all we know, he allowed this to exist as a trilogy. If he doesn't throw in the towel, go back and look at that, the end of that fight, and ask yourself, what happens if he doesn't throw in the towel?
I have talked to a lot of coaches about this topic. I have spoken to some who can very, very vividly remember a time in which they regretted not throwing in the towel. I have never talked to a coach that said, at the end of the day, I did throw in the towel, and I regret it.
Everybody wants to point the finger. Why? Because they don't want to lose their job. Oh, he stopped the fight. But you got to man up and say, look, champ, it just wasn't your night tonight. Champ might be mad at you for a week or two, but when he calms down and really sits back and think about it, he did the right thing.